Welcome to another podcast. This is episode 34 because we're going to do it that way instead of how I always do it. This is episode 34. This is Coffee with Jenni and Dre, and we are doing some new shit today on the podcast. I typically have my computer because I am the content creator / content guy, but we are letting Jenni take the helm today. She didn't tell me anything or what the podcast is going to be about. She has done this one all by herself. After 34 episodes, she has finally done one content creation by herself. So we're going to let her flow. I don't got my computer. This is my co-host, Jenni. What's going on?
So what's up, guys? So if this goes terribly wrong, luckily you can still blame Andre because he let me do it.
Yeah,
so either way, we're good to go. But coffee of the day.
Coffee of the day is still our stuff.
Still our stuff. We're still working on creating the perfect blend for Coffee with Jenni and Dre.
Yeah.
And hopefully we'll have that soon. We're kind of
for sure
working on some things. But taste this one, see what you think.
I don't like this one that much.
Really?
Nah.
I like it. Okay. He doesn't like any that have any acidity whatsoever, which is cool.
I mean, it's
don't
good,
either.
but I don't. The last week was way better.
Oh, okay.
Like way better.
Okay. Yeah. So this is gonna be good, guys.
Okay, let's roll. That's what I told you. Let me see it. I was going to outline it for you how it's supposed to be. But all right, let's flow. Come on.
All right. If it's a little discombobulated, it's because I'm in control.
Is this segment one we're going into right now?
Yeah, we don't even have segments because I don't even like the segments how you do
it.
Okay. So everyone knows you by now, and you've said multiple times that therapy is not your thing, right? Okay. It is not for you. However, you'll be like, go to, sure, therapy if you need it. So
for those people.
Yeah. So what I thought would be good today is we're bringing couples therapy to you, and I'm the therapist. So
okay. Let's roll. So goofy ass.
So, I know.
Let's go.
So, and also with some of these questions, I'm hoping that it triggers other couples to talk about things more often. And it doesn't always have to be maybe with a therapist.
Okay.
But to open communication, talk in a fun environment to where maybe you can get some stuff discussed.
For sure.
And maybe it's not, going to turn into an argument afterwards.
For sure.
Okay. So, how would you describe your mood right now?
Well, really?
Yeah.
I feel my mood is I'm pretty even keel. I think my mood is super positive right now. I think that I got a lot of positive things going on, a lot of good things happening right now, just not for today, but just like in life in general.
Right.
I feel like things are moving in a great
in a positive direction.
In a great way.
Good.
Yeah.
I like you talking about your moods and your feelings. This is all good.
What the hell is going on right now? Okay, come on. Let's go. Jeez, what the Okay. That was question one, I guess.
Okay, we got to get this going. Okay, so
put that phone down a little bit.
Oh, okay. Sorry, guys. Okay, well, I'm trying to decide my first question. The first question is going to be kind of like a banger. It's a little bit tough. So, what is one behavior you think I can improve on?
Behavior.
A behavior.
Okay. What is the definition of a behavior?
Is there something like I'm doing that you catch me do, and maybe I'm doing it with you, maybe I'm doing it with the kids, or maybe it's just part of who I am, that it's something that I do that you're like, you probably shouldn't do that, or it bothers you. It doesn't bother anyone else, and then that would affect maybe our day or your day with me or our intimacy or
I don't think that
whatever.
You really have a behavior that I don't like as much. I think that we've been doing this for 14 years, so all your behavior patterns and all your behaviors that are either up or down, I pretty much feed off of in the way I need to. If there's one thing that I can say is like whenever like you don't feel like talking or like you're having like your anxiety attacks and I have to sometimes it's easier if you just say, I'm having one, and can you sit down with me and hold my hand, or that type of thing, instead of you not like communicating. And now I'm just you're walking around the house, I'm looking at you, and you're looking like a freakazoid, and I don't know what's going on. So if that was one thing, it would be that. As far as like, with the kids or anything like that, man, you do all that wonderful.
That is true. And I should work on that. And then, because there's things that I do, I feel like, where I'm like, I should just tell him, but I don't, because for some reason telling you, I don't know if that, in my brain, I don't know if that makes me feel like I look weak or something if I come to you and I'm like, I'm having this moment, because you know how I feel about anxiety already. Like, I already feel like I should be able to control it. I should be stronger than this. I should be da. And so I get mad when I'm anxious because I don't want to be. And so I think expressing it to you is hard for me to do.
But, when you're dealing with an alpha male, like, you can be weak around me. It's fine. I'm going to be able to support you in all the ways you need to be supported. Yeah. So you can be weak around me anytime you want to be.
That's really good. Y'all do couples therapy. That's really good. And that's really true. I think part of that is the way I grew. I grew up with a mom who didn't have that. And so I watched her be strong all the time.
For sure.
So I'm supposed to be strong all the time. But I have learned to not be that way with you as much. So it's more when it's my problem, that's hard for me to express. It's hard for me to say, I am struggling right now. That's hard for me to say. So I like that. Okay. I dig it. Okay. This is all dealing with like couples and all the things. So do you think that more time or less time apart would be good for our relationships or relationships in general? It doesn't have to necessarily be about us.
Say the question one more time.
So do you think more or less time apart would help a relationship?
People have different type of relationships. So I feel that, with both of us owning our own businesses, we get a lot of time together.
Right.
So, and I wouldn't change that. I wouldn't want you having a 9-to-5 or me having a 9-to-5 and us not be able to, like, see each other as much as we do, because I enjoy that. So, I mean, it's great to be able to go to lunch with you, or go do different things throughout the day with you. So I don't want to have like less time apart. So I don't mind all the time that we do spend together. Yeah. So, like Ice-T and Coco, they have never went 24 hours without being around each other, which is, what I'm saying, that can be a lot for some people, but for them, that works. And I think for us, how we have our time works. I mean, we do get the little breaks sometimes, like when I have to work and you take the kids to your mom's house, that's our little break type of deal. But like, I'm not trying to go days or a week trip or anything like that without seeing you.
I know. I think I feel the same way. But then you hear some people are like, oh, y'all are just codependent. And I kind of really don't understand that so much. I understand what codependency is. I understand it. I know what it is. But can't we just want to be around each other and we're more comfortable with each other?
Yeah, I think
why does that have to be?
You're codependent on me.
I think we both are. We've established this. Don't.
You're codependent on me.
This is called gaslighting.
It's for sure. You're codependent on me.
And vice versa.
You're codependent on me.
Oh, okay. So when I go out of town and you can't feed yourself, that's not being codependent on me?
No, that's not called being codependent. That's called being used to something going the exact same way every day for 14 years to not. That's what that's called. It's called a cycle.
What is it called whenever you change whatever it is to fit the narrative that you want it to be?
I don't know what these people use those big old words.
That's what you have.
No, I'm just trying to tell you that. No. I think you're definitely codependent on me, and I'm maybe a little bit with you. And it's fine, though.
This is a safe space,
it's
Andre,
fine.
right now.
Yeah, it's fine.
You're able to...
You can definitely tell me.
You're able to say your feelings. This is therapy.
Good.
So, yes, we're probably in a therapist or psychological definition codependent on each other.
Okay.
Probably.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a problem.
I don't either.
Other people might view it as a problem, but I don't. So I agree with that. And I think... for other couples, I think it depends on y'all. Like if more time together makes y'all bicker more, then then y'all need to do more time apart.
Yeah.
But for us, it's not that way. So
and more time together. I mean, just because half of you couples these days now, when y'all are together, both of y'all on your phones anyway, so y'all not even really together. Y'all just sit next to each other. Y'all ain't talking. Y'all ain't communicating with each other. Y'all don't know how everybody's day went. All those type of things.
Yeah. But that's a whole nother thing we could talk about. I mean, I've had a few friends even lately that are like, we went out to dinner or they just stopped for a quick food, something like that. And he brought his phone and she didn't. And they just he sat on his phone the entire time and didn't engage. It wasn't a date. It wasn't date night. But it was just not being mindful of your partner's across from you who doesn't have their phone, who's literally just sitting here. And you're not engaging at all, but you're just staring at your phone.
Yeah.
So like, that's a problem, I feel like now. I mean, everyone is just constantly on their phones.
Yeah.
And, like some people, like even when, like face down or face up, I think I tend to do this because I'm not distracted by it. I would rather just put it up or not see it if we're on a date than leave it out. But then I think about kids and if I forgot my watch or whatever, then I'm like, oh, well, just to make sure that they're texting. But they're so distracting, phones are.
Can I ask you a question? So, since we're doing therapy, I just want to ask
therapy for Andre.
I just want to ask you this therapist question real quick. Can you explain to the audience? We had a situation the other day, and I was doing something. It was like a Monday. I think I was playing poker. I was doing something, and so I didn't go to one of my daughter's basketball practice, and she gets all emotional. Like when I come home or after I, leave, it was like, you didn't text about how Naomi's day was at school. You didn't text about how Blakeland did. You didn't even ask how she did at practice. I'm like, what in the hell is going on? Like emotional about this shit. Like she's really got emotional about me not asking how Naomi's day was at school or how Blakeland did at practice. Like, those are like I always ask all the time. I missed one time I didn't ask, and it's a whole emotional meltdown.
Whoa.
You meltdown.
A meltdown?
You was emotional.
Calm down.
Were you emotional?
I was emotional because I was probably about to be on my womanly cycle.
Okay.
B.
So that gave you the right. Is that what we're saying? When women go through that, it gives you the right?
No, what I do is, since we're in therapy right now, what I do is, what annoys me about you is because we have girls, you don't want to engage in sports like you would for the boys. And that makes me upset.
That's a lie.
It's not.
This is a lie.
So if I'm at basketball, which we've been waiting for one of our kids to show interest in basketball, and finally we do, and she's there, and you're not like, how'd she do? Oh yeah, I'm butthurt for real.
But that was one time though. I'm typically at the practice.
I would always
I'm at the practices though. I missed one and you act like I
missed two back to back.
And you made it like I had to ask about those.
Yes, because you had missed two back to back. To play, are we being honest?
To play what? No, one was only I run a game.
To play poker. It's why he's missing.
She's crazy.
His child's practice.
I'm gonna tell you, like Allen Iverson said, practice. We talking about practice. Practice?
Yes, practice for your kid who is just now learning.
And so who teaches her every day? Who goes outside with her?
You want to talk about keeping that same energy.
Who practice with her?
Keep the same energy for your girls as you do your boys.
Who practices with her?
You did one time.
Why are we lying now? You just said we in therapy, and now you lying.
Some people go to therapists and lie.
Okay, well, you shouldn't be lying to our audience.
Okay, you have practice with her at home. But I need you to engage more with the girls for sports. Because we could have 3 dope athletes on our hands, but you don't want to engage, and that makes me upset.
Whoa. You're making it like I don't...
you were talking about that day. That day you didn't engage.
Okay, but you're making these people thinking that you probably think that I don't be engaged with my kids.
Well, you also just told them I had a meltdown. So.
I know, but you need to let them know that I be engaging with my kids. Don't act like we don't. Like I just don't engage with my kids and stuff.
That day you did not engage.
Get it right.
Calm down.
Get it right. and you had emotional meltdown over that.
I did not. I just said.
Okay, get back. Come on, therapist. Get back to your shit. You got off the subject.
Well, no, because we're in therapy. Are we over that now? Do you feel good about it?
Were you emotional about it?
No, it wasn't that emotional.
Why'd you text me and ask me why I didn't, ask about Naomi's day at school? Like, what the
that
hell?
was emotional.
Yeah, like.
I forgot about that.
Did she have a good day?
Yeah.
Shit, I mean, damn.
Okay. What do you envision our relationship being like 5 years from now and then 20 years from now?
That's 15 years.
No, like in 5 years.
And then the next is 15 years after the 5. That's a long time.
Okay. So just do 20 years from now then.
Shit. I'm 45. Well, 44.
Okay, so where are we?
I hope to be alive.
Oh, gosh.
Well, I'm just 20 years. I hope to be alive. That's a long time.
That was morbid.
Shit happens. Like, what are you talking about?
Okay, yes. Given that we're both still here,
we're both still alive.
20 years from now.
Okay, that'll put me at 65, 64.
Did you just have to do the math on that?
No, because I'm 44. That'll put all the kids out the house.
Yeah.
Hopefully my Johnson & Johnson is still working. And because we're going to be doing all that all the time. I mean, kids at the house, we nesting,
Horizontal activity.
A lot of activity, sexual activity, a bunch of grandkids running around. But as far as me and you, I don't see us, I mean, changing wise because we're getting older, but as far as our relationship wise, I mean, we're best friends. We put ourselves before we put our kids. So I don't see anything changing as far as that. As far as like where we are financially, unless something catastrophic happens right now where we lose everything, which would be kind of hard to do, then that'll be another direction we would have to go in. But I think that
out to the universe.
I think that our relationship and it's always been solid as fuck. So I don't think in 20 years it's going to change so much. It'll be kids are older, grandkids are around.
Well,
type of stuff.
They say when your kids move out, you no longer
Well, they say that for couples that put their kids first. They don't say that about couples like us.
No, okay, that's true. So don't do that, guys. Don't put your kids first.
Yeah, because then you live your whole life for your kids.
Because then you'll get divorced being married for 30
years. Then you look up, you like, who the hell is this woman next to me? And she like, who this man next to me? And y'all don't even know each other. Right. Then y'all got to get all back to relearn each other. And y'all are totally different people at that time.
Yeah. Okay. Here's a good one. Because I think this is totally different for men and women. What does quality time look like for you?
Quality time looks like, to me, when quality time with the person?
With me.
Oh, because I like quality.
We're in couples therapy.
Okay, so quality time. What does quality time with you look like? You just being quiet and me watching sports. I mean, shit. Like, that's perfect. Like watching a football game. You know what I'm saying?
Why did you have to say I'm being quiet?
Well, because I don't want you talking during the football game. Like, I don't want to answer any questions and shit.
That's not quality time.
Oh, you got to be talking to have quality time?
You watching football and not engaging with us is not quality time.
Yeah,
again, this is why I asked the question. Men and women.
You can sit on the couch. We can sit on the couch and hold hands and watch football game.
Oh, really?
Well, I really don't want you to touch me during the football game either because I just really want to watch football.
Yeah.
But that's not quality time?
For you?
Well, then, if that's not quality time, then
for you.
I like to go on.
This isn't multiple choice.
Okay, yeah, I like that would
be.
I like quiet time. I like quiet time.
I think we
it's
need
quiet
a therapist.
time. No, quiet time is quality time. So because it doesn't say quality time doesn't mean you got to be engaging and talking.
Did you just say quiet time is quality time?
For me.
Okay.
You don't have to be talking to have quality time with someone.
Right.
Okay. So how do you feel about it?
This is just for you.
Okay.
For me
yeah. Quiet time for me is quality time. Sitting watching the football game,
I don't mean you have to be talking the entire time.
Yeah.
But I know you, and us sitting even next to each other while you watch football doesn't happen. So we have a problem.
We're in the same
here.
living room.
As long as we're in the same room, that's quality time.
Well, Watching football. And we're together.
So just based off of your like group chats with your men, is that what like most men would prefer their quality time be?
Is quiet time? 90% of men, I think.
Really?
They like quiet time.
As if I just talk that much.
No, I'm not saying that you talk a lot during watching sports. I just don't want to hear nothing though.
Okay.
You know.
So that would just be your personal time.
Well, you're there.
Oh, so then it's
quality
just
time.
Quality time.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's men math.
I like it. Okay. Okay. What does intimacy mean to you? So again, doesn't have to. Well, what does it mean to you?
Intimacy with me.
What does it mean to
me?
you? Yes.
Okay. Intimacy means, I like different levels of intimacy. Of course, they all can lead to, in the boom boom room. But like, I like the whole. I like taking you to dinner, man. I like, walking with you. I like talking with you.
Quality time.
No. This is like dinner. Well, that's a different quality time.
Oh, so those things need to lead to something.
No. So the quality time when it comes with intimacy is at the end. I have an end goal. It's the end goal.
Got it.
Yeah, I'm trying to clap them cheeks. It's the end goal. When I'm watching football, I just want quiet. That's quality time. Totally different thing. So we're on the intimacy now. Okay. So I like doing those things. I like holding your hand. I like, scratching the back of your neck. I like doing all those things. I love taking you to dinner. I love still courting you. Okay. Just being a man to you. So, and then, when that leads to, if it leads to sex, it does. But if it leads to us just going to bed and holding hands and going to sleep, I enjoy that as well.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's a good answer. I'm not mad at that.
It's my answer, so I don't care if you like it or not.
Your quality time one was lacking.
No,
but that's okay. Because I've heard, even like my brother said this one time. He's like, I don't even think I was married or even knew you at this point, just because both of my brothers have been married for much longer than me. But he said, I don't need to do that anymore. I'm already married. And I was like, ugh. Why and it's not just men and women think, I don't need to do XYZ, date, flirt, do different things for their spouse because they're married. They already have them. So why?
Yeah. I think women do it a lot.
Just women.
Am I in therapy or what? Who's doing this fucking therapy right now?
This is why you need therapy.
I think women do that a lot. Like once they got the dude, they slack off a little bit.
In what way?
Like whenever y'all are courting each other and y'all are getting intimate, the sex is way freakier and nastier. Y'all get married, sex falls off. Y'all start having kids. You're too tired for this. You're too tired for that.
What are we talking about right now? Are you? Is it okay?
Is this therapy?
Yeah, that felt like.
Is this a safe place?
It felt like it was directed at me.
I'm just saying, like, well, what are we talking about right now? I'm saying that women, it's just like I saw a meme today. It said that no matter how tired I am, my wife would never think that I'm more tired than she is because women tend to be always tired.
Absolutely.
With the kids. Not saying that they're not tired with the kids and, running around, picking up kids, doing this, that, and the other. What I'm trying to say is this. I feel that more than likely women fall off than men. Men might not like do all the courting. That might be, but I'm saying like women do a lot of falling off. I think more women fall off than men.
Ew. I don't agree with that.
I do.
I don't.
The providing and protecting don't stop.
Okay, I'll give you an example.
The providing and the protecting don't stop.
I'll just give you a quick example. This is not even when I first met you, Valentine's lasted a week. A week.
Yeah.
You did something a week. Now, what do you say about Valentine's? What do you say about it?
I don't say it. I get you something all the time.
Dumbass holiday. It's a dumbass holiday.
Yeah. Well, but you also got to understand now how I feel about, well, that was a different part of my life. But it wasn't because I'm just not like that no more. It's because now how I feel about holidays in general. You already know that now. So I wasn't like that then, but I've changed in different parts of my life. And now I'm on the part of my life where these holidays that we're celebrating, these made up holidays and shit, are really not like that for me no more.
But you knew about Valentine's then, because I remember you saying what Valentine's the Massacre and like all
no,
of the
no,
things
no. I wasn't talking about that. I'm talking about as a religion, as a whole, like all those made up holidays to me now, as you go through different phases of your life. That was a phase of my life, but you still get stuff. It's not like the whole week no more, but you and those girls, all my girls get stuff.
Right.
Still, it might not be a week long where you're getting a week long extravaganza type shit,
so exactly,
but it's just different now for me. Because I don't even want to tell I still let you do all the holidays.
Yes, of course.
That I don't even want to even celebrate.
Right.
So that's one of them. Like even if it was, Easter, Halloween, Christmas, like all these old made up holidays, I just don't want to be a damn a party pooper. So I'll let that still roll.
Yeah, like why would I not want my kids to celebrate those things when all the kids are celebrating them?
Cool.
Like, that's crazy to me.
If we want all the kids celebrating lies, that's cool. Those are lies.
Okay.
Am I in therapy now?
Yeah.
Okay, let me talk my shit then.
Qualified.
All those holidays are lies, people. I mean, we celebrating a bunch of lies. Okay. Only thing that really matters to me is a birthday. That's a real day. That's a real something that you can look back. Oh, I was born on this day.
Speaking of days,
do
you know what yesterday was? You didn't see it all over every Instagram, everything? What was yesterday? Yesterday was National Daughters Day. So my mom calls me today. She's like, hey, sorry, joking, of course. She's like, sorry I didn't plaster you all over Facebook for being my daughter. And I was like...
I didn't even know that shit.
But like, where do these days come?
All the made up holidays y'all be making up.
So I'm like, I was like, Mom, I saw everyone
National
posting.
Pet Day. Everybody putting there ain't no national.
It's like,
stop making up these days.
There's a day
and these holidays.
A day for everything. And I was like, Mom, I talk about my girls or put them up. Well, I don't post on my like personal page very often, but like, why do we do that? Like, what about us makes us feel that we have to, like, oh, this is my daughter, and if you don't do it, then you feel guilty about it. I don't, but like, what's the reason we have to say, this is my daughter and happy National Daughters Day? Like, what does that do for us? Because every day is National Daughters Day for me because I have daughters that I have to
right now.
raise every day.
Do you need me to be a therapist?
Oh, no. Okay, no.
But like I was saying on these fake holidays, folks, like with the whole thing, with her Valentine's little spat, I'm saying all these holidays are made up and they're fake. We allow the kids to continue.
We're not talking about holidays right now.
Okay.
Back to it.
All right.
Okay. This is good because what intimacy means to you, and you just said women fall off and men don't as often.
Okay.
So why, and the couples out there that have been together a long time are going to know what I'm talking about here. Why is initiating horizontal activity so hard sometimes? Like from both angles. When you've been together a long time, I've had multiple friends, married people have talked to me recently too, of they're arguing over, well, you don't initiate, well, you don't initiate, and you don't do this. It's not that they don't want to do it. Mm-hmm. They want to. They just don't want to be the person who initiates it. So like, what is it about? Because in the beginning, it's not like you're never like, oh, you didn't initiate it. Do you feel like?
What's your question, baby? I mean, Ms. Jones, what's your question?
The question is who should be doing the majority of the initiating, or should you be alternating, or what do you think?
Well,
what do you think?
This is what I
think.
From
a man's perspective.
Let me take you down, Love Jones Central. I feel like I initiate sex, maybe not in the bedroom all the time, but I'm saying like throughout the day. Throughout the day, it's initiation techniques taking place. Meaning like, throughout the day, I'm slapping that ass, I'm squeezing that ass.
Is that what that is?
Those are like telltale signs like, hey, later on, I'm going to pop, like it's going down. So you might squeeze the butt. I squeeze the butt throughout the day. I pop that butt throughout the day. She might be in the kitchen. I might pick up. She wrap the legs around me in the kitchen throughout the day type of thing. Those are like leading up to, what I'm saying?
So when you're actually in the bed.
When you actually get in the bed.
Don't give details as to what you do.
No. I'm saying those things lead up to like, those things lead up to what should happen in the bedroom.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, of course. What are you talking
about? Okay, and we can talk about this because we can. So sometimes when you come by and you say you pop me, this doesn't feel good sometimes. Like it feels very much like I said the other day, good game, buddy. Like it doesn't feel intimate. So it's like literally I just made the winning shot and you came up and popped me on the butt.
But those are like
off.
Those are like how that meme is where, what I'm saying, the wife is with her butt a little sticking out and you look at the dude, he looks at you, gives you the nod. Those are just one of those slaps out the day. Okay. But when it's that grip and squeeze and tuck, those are a little bit different. You should know the difference between the squeeze, tuck.
I know.
Joints.
I just so happen to get the pops a little bit more often.
Yeah, because sometimes those are just throughout the day. Just pop. I see it.
I see. I feel.
Yeah, I see it. Those are those. So like in the bedroom, once you're in the bed, so it all depends, right? Because if y'all are in the bed and y'all watching one of y'all shows, right? Because people watch shows now. So you're watching your show in the bed. It's hard to like get things rolling because y'all watching the show.
Right.
One might fall asleep, and then boom, it's pretty much over. Or y'all need to make it to where like, don't turn the show on first. Make love and then turn the show on. Because if you're already in the bed and you got the show rolling, then you lay in the bed, it's you get tired sometime, and then next thing you know, y'all both just really want to go to sleep.
So is it concerning if we're married and we lay in bed and we fall asleep? Is that concerning or no? Because we just fell asleep and there's nothing more to it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, a little bit, but people.
Is that concerning to a man? Like, do you wake up the next day and be like, damn, we just fell asleep. Like we don't do what we used to do because we just went to sleep. That's what I'm asking.
It's hard to answer that because I don't have that problem. We don't have that problem.
Men don't think about that.
I don't know. We don't have that problem. Okay. I've never had that problem. Okay. So it's hard to like answer a question.
So I'll say this for women or the women that I've talked to. I think a lot of times because men, y'all tend to. I shouldn't say that we don't want it either, but y'all have a much higher level of testosterone. And so when we think about you guys, we think y'all want it all the time. That's what's in our head, right? Oh, they want it all the time.
We
all
do.
The time. And so it's hard for us to go, okay, well, I'm in bed. Like, why does he not, and if he wants it all the time, why does he not make a move anymore? Like, well,
maybe sometimes some of those men want to be wanted as well.
I know. And I get that. Yeah. And I get that. So that's what me and my girlfriends have talked about. Like, we get that y'all want to feel wanted too. But for women, and a lot of women don't talk about this, and especially like the older you get where your hormones are fluctuating, unfortunately for us, like it's not on our minds all the time.
It should be.
It's not though. Like it's not that we don't want it to be. We would love to have the drive that y'all have. But God didn't make us that way. Like we don't have it. That doesn't mean that once it's going, we don't want it and enjoy it and it is what it is. But like getting to that point is harder for women.
But sometimes dudes don't even know when it's go time or not with their girl because it's you know what I'm saying, she is hot and cold. Sometimes she wants it, sometimes they don't even know when it's go time. Because in most cases, the woman don't really have to initiate. Put it this way, if she just brushes across that thing, dude's pretty much gonna be ready. Most dudes are gonna be ready. If she just brushes across it, she get to fondling it. These dudes are more the wind can blow across that mug wrong, and you looking at him, he think it's time to go. But y'all gotta be, you know what I'm saying? It's those type of things. So that's how it is.
So, I like that. Okay, I'm making sure I've hit everything that we've talked about, but there was something that you just said that was going to make me say something else, and now I can't recall. I think what it is though, I think for women, we know that y'all need it. And so I think it's always go time. Well, I shouldn't say this forever. I think a lot of times women like to feel wanted more by their spouses, of people that they've been married to for a long time. Like so if we have to constantly initiate it, then we don't feel wanted. And maybe that's a bad, because what you just said is men want to feel it too.
What makes you feel wanted?
This isn't about me.
I'm asking a question. What makes you feel wanted?
This is not my therapy
I'm
session.
just asking a question, though.
I think, honestly, I'm simple. I want to know that you're attracted to me. And I feel like if we lay in bed and you don't touch me or you don't hold me or whatever, then I'm going to be in my head like, why is this not happening?
See what I deal with, folks? Okay.
See what I deal with, folks?
I was trying to tell y'all. Me. She had an emotional breakdown over me not even asking about the damn kid's day. See what I'm saying?
No,
if she's in her head, if I get in the bed
and you don't touch me,
yo,
same.
If I get in the bed, because I eat in the bed all the time. I get in the bed, I start eating.
So
I might have some ice cream and shit. I go to the gym all the time. You can tell, right? But I might be whipping up my ice cream, doing my thing. And you're like, yo, sometimes it's not right away. Touching situation. Sometimes, when you get out the shower and you're hot and shit, because you just got showered, so your body's hot, and I don't even put the blankets all over me all the way type of thing. She even thinks like that, like it's hot, yo.
You're being dramatic right now. No. But let me tell y'all what is crazy is he does. I will be in bed asleep because he'll come in late from work sometimes, flip the lights on, get the crunchiest snack you can possibly crunch on and eat it in bed. And then he gets his ice cream, and when he says whip it up, he literally has to turn it into soft serve before he eats it. So he does this, and the whole bed is doing this. Mm-hmm. But ain't nothing happening besides you whipping up some damn ice cream.
Correct. Well,
that's annoying. I'm just saying, but that's a therapy thing. I'm glad we got that out.
So what are you talking about? So do you get touched every night? Do you get touched every night in bed?
No, not every night.
7 days out of the week, you trying to tell me I don't put my foot, arm, hand, touch you nothing in the bed?
I don't think so. If you do it, it's by accident. No, because you'll be like, I go to sleep on this shoulder, and
but that is true though. So I can't lay on this side. Well, you already know that though. That's why I be having my neck shit all fucked up. I can't be on that side.
Okay, I'm just saying for women.
So my hand's not on your ass every night.
Y'all want to?
Is my hand on your ass every night?
Not every night.
Well, some nights I'm mad.
Okay. What? So you haven't related that.
Well, it's because you deprive me of a couple of days with no sex and I get mad. So you might not get touched.
Or just make a move.
No.
And then
I'm
wouldn't
the mad
have
one.
To.
Oh. You make the move.
Nah.
That's how it's supposed to go.
Okay. Well, I didn't know you were ever mad. So if you don't touch my butt, you're mad about something?
Basically.
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
Okay. I need something like that.
What?
Like something I don't do. I won't put the water by your bed if I'm mad.
You haven't done that a few nights.
Not this week.
Oh, yeah.
I put the water by his bed every night, so he has a drink when he comes to bed. Uh-huh. If you don't have it there, most of the time I'm
let me tell you, this is how crazy stuff is too, right? When you're married, like I might come in the room after blah blah, and she's already in bed, and I don't have my water cup. Drink of water, and I might be like, "Damn, baby, you forgot my water," and she get all mad like, "No." You always do it. So why would I ask, where's it at? You make it like...
Because...
What?
I probably didn't do it on purpose that night because I always, most of the time, remember. Except sometimes I truly, truly forget.
Yeah.
And if you see I'm in bed and you see you don't have your water and you know I'm not mad, go get your own water.
But I just want to know...
Why do you have to play...
I just like to bring it up.
Why?
Like, yo, you forgot.
You don't tell me thank you every time you drink the water.
I do.
You don't.
I touch you.
You have something for everything,
don't
you?
This is therapy.
Okay. I like it. Okay. Let me read for a second. Hold on. Okay. This one's kind of funny. We were talking about this the other day, and I don't think you were a part of it. So for women, like for instance, things that like I found attractive in you is, and we're talking about household things, right? So when you're outside and you're like doing the water hose, like for the horse or whatever, and I'm in the kitchen washing dishes and I can see out the window and you're like outside doing stuff, it's really hot. I'm like, gosh, like that, like you look good doing it, right? And your pants and your boots and whatever. And then I was giggling because I was like, what do women do around the house where men are like, oh, wow, she looks good doing that or whatever y'all think in y'all's little heads? Is there like, because washing dishes can't be it. So like, is there anything that women do that men like catch that we would never think that y'all are finding it to be a turn on?
Yeah, washing dishes definitely not. I've never looked at you while you washing dishes and was like,
I wouldn't think so.
You know what I'm saying?
I know. So no, there's nothing.
No, there is something, but like it's, I always like when after you got the shower and you put on your, I don't, disclosing all of our, because you don't, what you sleep in. I always think that when every time I see you or I'm coming in the room and you just putting on your panties or your t-shirt that you about to sleep in, I always find that highly attractive. Okay. But like doing a household chore, I've never just,
can't push a vacuum in a certain direction.
That ain't that, like when you're cooking, but it's not like I find it like, oh shit, you're sexy. I look at you a different way when you're cooking because, I'm
about to feed you.
No, has nothing to do with that. It's not like a sexual thing. Okay. It's more of like, I'm looking at you as like my wife getting down.
Okay.
It's more of those
like
type of
proud moment.
Like more so that than like a sexual thing. Right. It's like I'm not looking at you like, oh my God. No, it's more of like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She getting busy in there, like she doing her thing. My wife be putting her foot in that shit.
Okay.
That type of thing.
I like that. Okay, that's funny. Yeah. Because there's like multiple things. Men can be working on anything and women are like, oh, that's hot. I don't know why. I don't know what it is.
But then y'all want to initiate nothing. That's crazy.
It's because we're tired.
Oh.
Very tired. Okay. This is one of the last questions. So
no, I do find you super sexually attractive whenever like you feed everybody and then you come back in the room and you have a little bitty bowl. I say, babe, are you eating? She's like, yeah, the little leftovers I got left, 1 egg, 2 French fries. And I'm like, babe, you look extremely sexy like that. Like
that happens so often. If you knew how many times I ate literally like off the kids' plates from what's left over or cold food, you would be mind blown.
No, I see it. So what makes me upset too at you more so like she'll feed the kids, she'll make their plate, she'll make my plate, and then before she can make her plate, kids want like extra, so they want more. So before she even feeds herself, she would give them the extra food, and then next thing you know, her pasta's this big. Me, I would be like, listen, you little motherfuckers, I'm about to eat my food. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna get the scraps because y'all already ate y'all food already. I've already put enough on your plate. I understand you're still hungry. Go grab a snack because mama gonna eat her food. Yeah. But mama gives her plate of food and divides it between them, and next thing you know, shit like this.
Yeah.
Big daddy on the couch. I'm eating my pasta.
Well, that just happened too. Like the other day, you were like, did you eat? Because I thought there was more chicken wings left that you had made. And so
wait. More what did I make?
Yes.
Oh, I made. Because she tried to hit y'all up that I don't be cooking.
Yes, you make fried chicken. That's what he makes. Fried chicken. That's it, right?
Is it fire?
Fried chicken.
Is it fire?
Yes, it's delicious. So I had to ask you to do it the other day.
If you want my recipe, let me know. I got the best season in town. Holla at your boy. I'll tell you what I put on my rub.
He does a very good fried chicken. So, and it's the drumlet, it's little chicken wings.
Party wings.
I thought there was enough for both of us because we were like, the kids wanted Chick-fil-A. And I don't mind kids eating fast food like once a week. It's like and they chose Chick-fil-A, which again annoys me because I'd rather them pick P. Terry's. But I think I just deleted my notes. I have it still.
Okay.
I just have one more question anyways. And so we were like, oh, well, we have the chicken at home and the queso and whatever. And we went and there was only like 4 or 5 chickens left. But I wasn't going to tell you because I knew if I told you, then you would be like, here, just take this and take mine. And so you were like,
that's what I do. I'll eat last. She can eat 5 wings left. Hey, listen, you can take all of them, baby. I'll be all right.
So what was I eating? What did I have? Oh, the squash. I had that. So anyways, yeah, that's parts of being a mom. But that's funny that I didn't even notice that you noticed that I have little portions most of the time.
Last question of the therapy session.
So, I don't know if this is really like a question, but more like just advice. So in marriages, statistics say year 7 is the hardest year in marriage. And then, interestingly enough, divorce rates are the highest at year 8. So I think that kind of goes back to year 7 being so difficult. They ended up not making it and divorced by year 8.
Yeah.
So like, I specifically remember that year because it was difficult for us too, year 7. I don't know why. And I've known this statistic from, interestingly enough, my sister-in-law. When her and my brother were going through that year, she was like, well, they say year 7's the hardest. Maybe this is what it is. And so that has always stuck in my head. And one of the years that we did struggle was year 7. So what advice do you give to couples that are maybe in year 7 and creeping up? Or
what
maybe
was year 7? What was difficult?
It was just nothing like crazy. It was just like normal, normal.
What year was that?
Things. What year was year 7? It would have been, hold on, give me a second. It would have been 2020.
2020. Where is it? Springdale? Mm-hmm. That's the pandemic, baby.
I know. But we did good through 2020. So I really think maybe it was like even of us being together. So I want to say like our hardest years were really like 2018-ish.
Anyways. Small type, but like during the pandemic, like it brought us way closer. No. Like a lot of couples separated and shit wasn't working because they didn't know how to be around each other. We was already used to being around each other. So whenever the pandemic hit, us being around each other was perfect. It was
so good for us.
It was good for us. It didn't affect us none. Like we was all. It
affected our work, but outside of that,
besides work, everything like us as a couple was stronger than it ever been.
Yeah, a lot of people got divorced.
Yeah.
That was interesting.
So the question is, what advice would I give people?
And maybe they're not at year 7, but they're just going through their hardest year of being married.
So, because it might not be year 7, it can be, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Year 7 for us, we only had 2 kids, right? Mm-hmm. They were young. Mm-hmm. We had 2 toddlers running around. So I would say, depending on what those struggles are, depending on what those difficulties are, because some people can't come back from some stuff.
Right.
And then some people can, because you have certain boundaries where, like with you, it's like, if you put your hands on me, it's one time, it's a wrap. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Some people got those type of boundaries. So it all depends on what you're willing to tolerate and what you're willing to deal with. And if you are struggling through year 7 and it's things that you can tolerate and things that can be fixed, I think you should definitely, talk to each other, communicate, set boundaries. But the most important thing is always communicate. If you're not able to share how you're feeling about a situation and that person doesn't feel comfortable enough to share about how they feel about it, where there's no judgment, you're not throwing stones back at each other, but y'all are listening to each other, hearing each other, and understanding each other. I feel like that leads a long way of getting out of those stages of funk. It's all about listening to each other. It's all about understanding each other. And those are the ways that you get out of those funks. Yeah. Because if y'all, because those funks can last for a long time.
Yeah.
And I'm a person that holds grudges to the T, meaning I can hold a grudge for my whole life. If I, you know what I'm saying? I still got some grudges I have not yet to release, and no therapist or anybody's going to help me get those grudges out.
I'm not that way.
Yeah, you're different. I hold these grudges and I still got them.
Which I think is, though, part of it is forgiveness is huge because we're all human, and the people you're closest to tend to be the people that let you down the most.
Yeah.
It's because we have such high expectations. So for the people we love. And so you've got to understand and you've got to be able to forgive people if if they do make a mistake. And forgiveness means you've like truly forgiven them. But I think some people aren't good at forgiveness.
Yeah.
And they do just hold the grudge, and then you never truly get over it. And then it's just a Band-Aid that never heals. I think I don't generally like toot my own horn, but I think that's something I'm really good at is forgiveness. There is only one person on this planet that I really have a grudge against. And that's because so much has happened, but there's one person other than that. And I still think I could get over it if I chose to do that, like if that makes sense. But, I wouldn't say get over it, but I could do better.
But so you people that are in those year sevens or those times of, you're in your marriage where you feel like, hey, the only out is divorce. I feel like, man, like divorce should always be like the last option. And you know what I'm saying? It should always be ways to try to fix those things, ways to try to work things out, ways to try to see the other person's point of view. You know what I'm saying? Because those, you got to look at it from how she looking at it or how he's looking at it to be able to fully understand, the scope of what's really going on. Yeah. And finding a therapist. I mean, it might work for you. Definitely wouldn't work for me, but a therapist might work for you.
This worked. This was good. This was therapy.
Yeah. So, like I said, man, this is episode 34. This is Coffee with Jenni and Dre. You can find us on all streaming platforms. We are on TikTok. We're on Instagram. We're on YouTube. We're on Apple. We're on Spotify. We're on everything. Keep sending those questions in. We're going to get to all of them. Every time y'all send them in, we get to them on different segments of our podcast, man. Yeah. So we're back, and we're going to be doing this thing. I think next week we might have some surprise guest. Our daughter's been wanting to do, we might have them take over the pod set. They want to do a 15-minute segment of, it's going to be called, Cocoa with, is it Corey's first or Blake first?
I don't remember.
It's going to be called Cocoa with Blake and Corey. And they'll be sitting in these two chairs maybe, man, and they're just going to be asking each other's questions about us as parents and just about them as sisters, man. And they might take over the whole set for 15 minutes, and it might just be Coco with Blake and Corey for next week pod, man. We're still trying to figure it out. They're coming up with some questions right now. But thank y'all for tuning in, man. We'll see y'all next week. Peace.
Bye.